Hello and welcome back to a Movie the Best Transformers review. Today we're going to be taking a look at MB-03 Megatron. Bringing in the packaging, we can see that it's a very cool looking design. We've got a very nice image of Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen. Shows that he is Megatron. In the background, you can see that we've got Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. Transformers Movie the Best with Scalpel, and at the top we've got a very cool image of Starscream. On the side of the box we've got pictures from the 4 movies, movie 1, movie 2, movie 3 and movie 4. So that's really cool. These are a 10th anniversary Transformers line. Got some more very cool stills of the movies, Optimus Prime, you can see Driller, and in the back Bumblebee. We've got a very cool picture of Megatron in both the tank mode as well as his robot mode. It says Megatron, and on the side of the package it just says Transformers. On the top of the box we've got a picture of Megatron as he appeared in the first movie when he was in cryogenic stasis, and it says that it's Transformers Movie the Best. So that just about covers it for the packaging. Let's bring in Megatron. And here we have Megatron in his robot mode, and I must say it's actually a pretty decent figure. Personally, I do prefer the leader class version of the Revenge of the Fallen out of the 2. This is a repaint from the original 2007 Voyager class Megatron that was done in a greenish, bluish plastic, but this one is done in a really nice silver, showing some of the details. All very cool. Got a very interesting design. We have got quite a chunk of back kibble on the back, however I actually don't think it looks too bad. This Megatron was built up from dead Decepticons, so it would stand to reason that he would have some extra bits of junk. This was part of the Mecha Live series, so there are some features with this guy. If you take a closer look at his chest, inside we can see different cogs that when you rotate the waist, the cogs do actually turn, which is very cool. And the other Mecha Live gimmick that he has is in the arm. So as we can see, it's just a regular fusion cannon, but you can make it look like the claw that he used to attack Optimus with. You simply just straighten it out and the claw automatically forms. It's quite a cool feature, and I'm definitely glad that they did include it. However, I am also glad that the engineers have enabled it so that you can rotate the arm while still having it as the claw or having it as the fusion cannon, and it does not mess up the mechanism, so that's really cool. Megatron also comes with a missile. Back in the day we did used to get these type of gimmicks, so just bringing him in. The missile is activated by this transparent red colour that when you push it, it does fire, and it does fire pretty well. The end of the hand or the gun is made in a rubber, so that's really nice. Just some good features with these older figures. Turning to articulation, this guy is no stranger when it comes to decent articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you can swivel it all the way around. You can make him look down and up. He also has got a double joint here, so you can push the head back if you want to recede it, or bring it forward if you want him to be more of a hunchback. The backpack is articulated in several places. They hinge here. All these pieces up here are on hinges, and these bits can hinge out. These pieces can also hinge to allow for some more range of motion, so you can definitely get some interesting looks with the back kibble. The arms are on a ratchet joint on both sides. This one's a swivel, but this one is a ratchet, and due to transformation they both can hinge up and down. On this arm there is a separate joint that you can allow him to move outwards on, so you can get extra range of motion like with that, which I think is really cool. When you swivel, you can see that the inner workings of it also move, and he does have a hinge about 90 degrees at the elbow. This arm is a little bit more restricted due to this cannon, however it can still click and rotate at the bicep. And also this claw here is also posable. You can click it up and down. As I showed earlier, he does have a waist swivel, and that Mecha Live works as you do that. The legs are on ratchet joints, which is really unheard of on Voyager class figures, especially in this day and age. They click forwards and backwards and out to the sides on ratchets. The knee pads are spring loaded on both sides, so that when you move the toes forwards, the shoulder pads, or the knee pads I should say, do move with it. There is a joint here due to transformation, and finally he does have some toe bend. So overall an extremely detailed and articulated figure, especially for a 2009 figure. Really does put to shame some of these newer AOE The Last Night Voyagers. For a size comparison, here is Megatron next to the Transformers 4 Voyager class Optimus Prime. As you can see, he is more of a hunched over figure, but I definitely feel like there's more plastic on this figure than this one, especially with all that extra bit at the back. And you can, if you wish, raise the head up and straighten the legs out, so you could probably get them to be roughly the same height. Here is Megatron next to another Revenge of the Fallen mold, this being Mixmaster. As you can see, Megatron is taller than Mixmaster, and Mixmaster is at his highest. These Revenge of the Fallen figures were just so much better in every way. Overall, I believe that just about wraps it up for the robot mode. So as the packaging stated on the back, we can transform this guy into a tank. So without further ado, let's get Megatron from looking like this. Now here we have Megatron in his sort of tank, sort of alien jet mode. It's definitely not distinguishable of which one it is. There are some jet elements to it, but then the tank treads make me think that it is designed to be a tank. In the film, he was kind of both, so I don't particularly mind this being an amalgam of the two. Now, being honest, I'm not sure if I have this 100% transformed accurately. I have tried my best. The instructions are from this mode to robot mode, and they are in, I believe, Japanese, so it is extremely hard to revert them. However, I think that I pretty much got it looking to how it looked on the box. Bringing it in, we can see that the back cable does form the top portion of the tank. We've got a really nice Decepticon insignia and silver paint just all throughout it. The tanks are very well detailed, all the different treads. There are some just caster wheels at the bottom to allow it to roll. The missile arm that we saw in robot mode ends up being the turret, and due to it being the arm, it is articulated, so you can move it up and down, which I think is really cool. These pieces here are also articulated, you can move them around, however the packaging does show them just hanging out like that. I think it's really cool that we can actually see Megatron's face on the tank, much like in the movie. So that's definitely a very fun design choice. And on the back, the knee pads do spring together and form these type of jets, which is really nice. Got some exhausts at the back, some gold-8 paint applications. The jet mode is definitely very interesting. Now for some size comparisons, I don't have many Transformers in their vehicle modes, so just bringing him in with another Voyager class, this being Hound from The Last Night, we can see that Megatron is much larger than Hound. They're about probably the same length, but the width for this guy is definitely bigger, and if you include the fusion cannon or the turret at the front, he's definitely a lot longer than Hound. Overall, I do highly recommend that you pick this guy up. He's not that expensive, so I definitely do think that he is worth the price, and I'm glad to see that Takara Tomy is reissuing some of those older Revenge of the Fallen first movie molds that some of us didn't pick up the first time round, and applying a much more movie accurate paint application. I highly recommend this figure, and be sure to see more Movie the Best reviews coming soon. Thanks for watching.